Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nick Ray, and today I'm back with another smartphone camera comparison with a brand new Galaxy S21 FE and comparing that with the Galaxy S21 Ultra, which I'm using to record right now. Now, as I do in all of these smartphone camera comparisons, everything that you see in this video is going to be recorded on these two devices, so just keep an eye on the bottom of the screen to see which smartphone and which cameras from that device are being used for the photos and videos that you see. But before we get into that, let's jump into the specs of these two devices to see how they stack up on paper. So first up, we have the Galaxy S21 FE and its triple camera system on the back of the phone with two 12 megapixel sensors for the main and ultra wide cameras, and then a 3x telephoto camera with an 8 megapixel sensor on the back. And those can record 4K video at up to 60 frames per second. Flipping things around to the front of the phone, we do have a 32 megapixel selfie camera that's peeking through the display there that can also record 4K video at 60 FPS. And switching over to the Galaxy S21 Ultra, we do have quite a bit of different setup here with a 108 megapixel main sensor, 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and then two 10 megapixel sensors for a 3x and 10x zoom cameras on the back of the phone. And then for the selfie camera up front, you're looking at a 40 megapixel sensor that can record 4K video at up to 60 frames per second, as can all of the cameras on the back of this phone, but that main 108 megapixel sensor also goes up to 8K video at 24 FPS. So now that we've gotten the specifications of these two smartphones all squared away, let's jump into some side-by-side photo and video comparisons to see how these two smartphones compare in everyday use. Let's take a look. Here's a look at video capture from both of these devices. It's semi-low light conditions from the ultra wide camera, then switching over to the main camera. You can definitely see that the lighting does get better when switching over to that main sensor on both devices, and then switching over to the 3x zoom. Here's a look at video capture from the front-facing cameras on both of these devices. You do have 4K video at up to 60 FPS, though I am recording at 30 FPS right now just for consistency throughout the video. Honestly, the quality of the video from the selfie camera on the screen looks pretty similar on both of these devices, even though there's a big difference in price on these two smartphones. So if you're looking to record video on the Galaxy S21 FE, it's probably the best option as far as pricing goes when compared to the Galaxy S21 Ultra. And here's another look at video capture from the selfie camera outdoors, though it is a little bit cloudy today. This should give you a better idea of what it can do in daylight conditions as opposed to being inside. Definitely really good on both devices, and for the price, the Galaxy S21 FE definitely gets the job done. And here we go, taking a look at video capture in low light conditions with the Galaxy S21 FE and the S21 Ultra. It is snowing out, so I hope you guys really appreciate it. But as far as the ultra wide goes, the results here are pretty good on both devices. But again, the main sensor here is going to be your best bet for capturing video in low light conditions like these. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra definitely having the huge advantage with its much larger sensors in this kind of situation. And then switching over to the 3x zoom with the Galaxy S21 Ultra, again having better stabilization in these kinds of situations. You can notice a little bit of shake there on the S21 FE. Switching over to the selfie cameras on both of these devices. Again, you are able to capture in 4K 60 FPS from the selfie cameras on both of these devices, though stepping it down to 4K 30 always helps in low light conditions like this, just being able to capture slightly slower frame rates, capturing more light. But the results here are actually pretty good on both devices. Again, for the Galaxy S21 FE, this is really, really good for being a $700 smartphone compared to what you're paying for the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Now, this is something that I did mention with my Galaxy S21 FE comparison versus the Pixel 6, but I want to mention it again. The low light night mode processing on the Galaxy S21 FE is extremely slow, taking 2 to 3 seconds after the photo has been captured. And as I mentioned with that video, I wasn't sure if it did the same on the Galaxy S21, and right now with the S21 Ultra, this is definitely not the case. As soon as the image is done capturing, it's completely done. You're able to switch camera modes or take another shot, but that's not the case with the S21 FE. Just something to keep note of. And that's going to do it for this smartphone camera comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra and the Galaxy S21 FE. Let me know what you think of the results in the comments below and which device you would rather use on a day-to-day basis for capturing your photos and videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do have a full review of the Galaxy S21 FE coming up, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.